the last thing it said before I got into the store was old people. And then I found all these images of older people with sayings. And I thought, oh, well, that's neat, right? And I've been getting a network, a tribe, my new family. And then what's really weird, yeah, girls just want to have fun. See? The Borealis Press. That's me.
Hi, my name is Deborah Bright, and I've been living in Synchronicity for a few years now. The most interesting part of that is I've been videotaping it, documenting it, and keeping all the receipts to show everybody else that Synchronicity and the other side is really real. And now I'm ready to start telling everybody about it. I've been exploring consciousness, spirituality, and the other side ever since these weird things have started happening to me. And I think I've been on a bit of an awakening process about what reality really is and how it works. But I hope to share my research and documentation with you so that way you can draw your own conclusions about what is really happening here. I beg you, please be nice. This has not been an easy journey. It is full of betrayal and famous people and murder. Well, not with me, but it is part of my story about frequency resonating and things that you run into along the way. One of my best examples that I have that it doesn't get too personal is in fact my Borealis Press video that I shared. It was meant to be a journal entry, except I realized that the culmination of everything going on was pretty cool and pretty easy to show off in one video without that much explanation. However, most people want me to explain the video anyway, so here I go. Along the journey, I figured out that if we could program reality, maybe I could program the spirit box to have it start talking to me and giving me better advice. Some days I would dance with the universe and ask it kind of what should I do, where should I go, what is my greatest desire, and mix the two together. So this day that I videotaped this journal entry was a pretty magical time within my life anyway. I didn't have anything to do for the day. All of my chores and errands were complete, so I asked the spirit box what I should be doing after thinking about a couple other topics, which is in that screenshot. The spirit box told me that I should go across the river, which means I need to leave the house and go that direction, which is across the river. Anywhere else, I don't cross a river. So I know I'm going that way. Then it says someplace familiar. Well, the most familiar place across the river is in fact Goodwill, one of the thrift stores that I go to, one of two across the river. I go there the most. So I go to Goodwill and I asked, is it Goodwill? And it said yes. So I go to Goodwill and I get there and it says elderly people. So I get out of the car, I walk into the store and I go right to the back, to the bin, because that is how I recognize something that is miraculous. If something just came out, if it's sitting there, or if they push it out at the moment I get there, that is my special stuff. The rest of the stuff in the store could be a synchronicity, but if I get there and it was meant for me. So on top of that bin were all of these things right here. A few other magnets and things that I've given out, but for the majority, this is what was there. Now, it is in a huge bin of things. Sometimes other people will come up and start digging. So for the most part, you just grab it, put it in your arm, and keep going. Did that, was in the store for about 10 minutes or so, checked out. I think I got this, maybe one or two other things. I don't actually recall. I'd have to go through those photos. Got back to the car, looked at what I had. I knew what I was grabbing was somewhat elderly people. I mean, they're not elderly in sense of elderly, but I mean, the Golden Girls were not that much older. So it depends on what you think elderly means. This meant elderly to me. So I get back to the car and I realize that it has my business name on it. For the last few years, I have had a business called Bright Borealis Boutique, which is a resale business on eBay, as well as Bright Borealis Maine Coons. So to see the Borealis Press was pretty outlandish, considering the spirit box told me to go there, when to go there, and this appeared with older people on it. Now, the other theme of this is, in fact, women. At the same point in time, I had just broken up with a long-term relationship and was forming more and more friendships with women that wasn't really a big deal before when I was in a relationship because, well, some of those times, time is limited and a lot of people don't like you to have friends. So, broke up, people were coming out of the woodwork. They didn't even know I had broken up with people. That was another magical thing. Sometimes I would just start crying and someone would text me out of the blue. So I was making a lot more friends without getting crap for it. And as I'm thinking about that, as a synchronicity within what I have, you can't really see who that is. The radio turns to girls just want to have fun. So you have a spirit box talking back to me, telling me where to go, telling me what to get. When I get there, the items it tells me to get come out and are there for me. They have my business name on it. And when I get back to the car, the radio, which you know is the radio because it was playing an ad, starts and it goes, get ready. Starts playing music that goes along with what I'm doing. This is what I call dancing with the universe, pretty much. This is choreography. I don't know if they're trying to give me something. I don't know if this is a message in the fact that it is from the Borealis Press of Blue Hill, Maine. Borealis Press means to me a book. So if you imagine that I get synchronicities like this, maybe not as extreme, but definitely amazing synchronicities, sometimes daily, you start trying to figure out why. What does this mean? I don't know yet. I have a lot of my own assumptions and ideas and things that make me me and who I have been. But I'll invite you guys to explore that. So I'm going to start sharing some of the most wackiest, craziest things that you've seen, that being one of them, but some other stories that just don't make sense, and ask you to explore it. And then maybe down the line, I'll start teaching it. If you're interested in talking more with me before I release all this information, if you want to know the science of what I'm doing, if you want to explore consciousness and quantum theory and ask me some questions, I tell you, it's been years that I've been living this way. My background is in, a bit of a renaissance. My last role was a supervisor within the food chain. I've been a 911 operator. I'm almost done with my graduate studies in clinical mental health counseling. My undergraduate is in European history. I've studied organizational leadership, Spanish in Barcelona. I've done a lot of everything. Sales, leadership. What I really want to do is just show the world that this is possible. Through some of the hardest, darkest times of my life when I literally had nobody, some of the most magical things started happening to the point where I could say, please help me. Please help me. Show me where it is. Even if I was losing something, and I would get directions on how to find something through either my phone or the radio, and it's documented, and then I would find it. Or a lot of spirituality, a lot of religious synchronicity. I've had a couple bliss out moments where it just felt like reality was moving around me. Just total joy, love. So yeah, let's chat. Thanks.
I took a screenshot of my app. The last thing it said before I got into the store was old people. And then I found all these images of older people with sayings. And I thought, oh, well, that's neat, right? And I've been getting a network, a tribe, my new family. And then what's really weird, yeah, girls just want to have fun. See? The Borealis Press. That's me. Look. I think all this talk about age is foolish. Every time I'm 1 year older, everyone else is too. That's right, Gloria. Gloria, are you from the same store? I think so. Let's look. Look It doesn't say. Oh wait, yep, it does. Right there. What does this one say? And I'm sure I could repeat them actually. Oh yes, I've learned from my mistakes. Oh yes, yes, yes. And we have this one. Borealis magnet. Let's face it, friends make life more fun. Aw, cheers. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna send this to anybody. I just want this document.